Now, this is one of the most frustrating parts about Anki, is that Anki is incredible for retention. I literally have done Anki pretty much every day for the last, 16 years, and it only takes me about 20 minutes a day of studying in order to remember everything that I've put into my cards over that period of time. Now, while Anki is incredible for remembering stuff, it is, in my opinion, terrible for learning. Anki reinforces what it is that you know, but it doesn't teach you what it is that you don't already know. So why does this matter? Anki, which is based on spaced repetition, is great for keeping facts fresh. It will prevent you forgetting things over time, and it's very, very efficient for review. However, if you're trying to use Anki to learn things, it can oftentimes backfire. I remember when I downloaded one of the pre-made decks when I was first or second year at Stanford, and I found that the cards were just so disconnected from each other. I was constantly having to just memorize words on a page, and I would oftentimes memorize like the placement of the word, or it would be like a closed deletion card, which frankly, I don't find very helpful at all. And I would remember that, oh yeah, those like blue dots are in the top left when I'm using my phone, and the answer was going to be diabetes. But because there was no context, there was no relationships between the different ideas, I ended up just getting all these random factoids with no framework. And when I got to doing questions, it was a disaster. Oftentimes we talk to people who have tried Anki in the past, which really just means that they've tried a lot of pre-made cards, and they think, I'm not an Anki person, or Anki just doesn't work for me. The issue is that they never understood it in the first place. They were just memorizing everything, right? Habit number one. And they were trying to learn everything from cards, which isn't a very good way to do it in the first place. So then what those people do is they think, okay, well, I'm just gonna do videos. And so videos, in contrast, are great for learning, right? Because oftentimes if you can find good lectures, you can see the connections, you can see the why, you can see the pathophysiologic concepts that are underlying those ideas. The issue is that it's really passive, and it's really, really bad for retention. Because, at least for me, I will forget a video not even within days. It will sometimes be within hours if I'm not reinforcing it. So what is the right way to use Anki? The right way to use Anki is that you want to first understand the material and then make cards. So you might do something like watch videos, read something like first aid, but try to connect the information before you start to make cards. Especially if you can build a mental model, it becomes so much easier to use something like spaced repetition to reinforce it because you've already learned the material and you don't have to rely on cards to make those connections in the first place. Now that you have the understanding and you have the cards, Anki is going to be your best friend because it's going to help you to retain all of that information that you worked so hard to acquire. And I understand. The reason why I started using Anki, using pre-made cards when I first started, was I thought, oh man, it's taking me so long to do Anki cards. Oh, it's taking me so long to make all of these flashcards, and wouldn't it be so much more of a time saver if I could just cut out all that time making cards and just spend all of my time reviewing them and learning them from the cards? Just like we said, Anki is pretty bad for learning new information. And in addition to that, most of the pre-made cards out there are just memorization in the first place. This is why in our coaching program, we start with the videos first and then give Anki cards second, so that you can learn the material first from the videos, and then afterwards, we've already made cards for those lectures so that you can use it to retain that information. If you're doing this on your own, the best way to do this is to make sure that you understand it first and then you make cards on the way as you go. If you're a medical student or a doctor preparing for either the USMLEs or COMLEX or one of your medical board exams, then be sure to sign up for our free 14-step program where we'll walk you through the most efficient ways for you to improve your score in a short period of time. And if you're interested in getting there faster, be sure to book a free call with our team where we'll break down what it is that's holding you back and, if it makes sense, explain how it is that we can help you to get there more efficiently.